Okay, so how about we find out some fun activities to do on familysearch.org? I love this screen because they're always giving us new activities that we can do to find out about our ancestors. So go to familysearch.org, make sure that you're logged in. I assume that you've already done that. But then you want to go to the activities tab, and there's several activities to choose from. These are the most popular, but let's just take a look at all activities. So this brings up the various activities that you can do. You can learn all about me, where I'm from. We'll pull up a map and show you all of your ancestors, where you're from, and so many other different choices to do. There's just you could spend hours in here learning about you and about your ancestors. So let's go to All About Me here. I click there. And it brings us to this screen here where there's more choices. I can find out how many people share my name, the origin of my name, where in the world do I come from. It puts a map and shows all my ancestors. Population of the United States when I was born or when my ancestors were born. And just so many different things. How much did a first class stamp cost? Who was the president? What did the cost of a movie? Who won the World Series? And fun. So let's take a look at, for example, population of the world at various times. So I click this and it comes up and it gives me a little quiz and it allows me, so let's see, this is this person, one of my ancestors here, great grandmother. When she was born, I'll say there were 3 billion people on the earth. Nope. 2 billion. Nope. Okay, there. So we got it right. So my daughters love to come in here and take these little quizzes and then switch to different ancestors and find out different information about them and take these little quizzes. So have fun exploring all of this. Then if we go back to family history activities, another fun one is compare face. And this will allow you to, you just take a photo right here and it then takes your photo from your webcam or your phone and then compares it to all of your ancestors and says who you look like. And then you could take another photo and maybe this time put your daughter or your son or somebody else in, take a photo, and then it will compare your photo to all, or their photo to all of the ancestors that it has records of and give you a little comparison match, 20% match, 30% match, etc. It does not save your photo, but it will compare yours to everybody else. And you can kind of see, well, whose character traits, whose DNA do I have in my face? There's so many more that you can explore, and I want you to. And like, for example, here's an ancestor challenge where the computer's asking, who's this ancestor? And you get to pick and see who it is. Yep, I got it correct. So you can see which of your ancestors were pioneers. Here's one of my ancestors, Amos Wright, and he traveled in a wagon company at age 10. Isn't that amazing? 10 years old. And I could click here and view my relationship and it would show me how I'm related and or view photos and stories of him, or switch over and look at other people in as well. He was 6 years old. So Hiram Humphreys was 6 years old and traveled by wagon. So there's other things like World War II service records, World War I service records, and you can see who of your ancestors served in World War I. And you could flip through and you see some documents about them or view your relationship to them. And you could flip through the different ancestors that the computer has identified as your ancestors. So let's go back. So many fun things to explore. But something else that I've enjoyed exploring, women of faith and who's missionaries in your past, World War II service records. This Joseph Smith papers is unique as well because you can find out which ancestors you're related to who are in church history and were written down by Joseph Smith in one of his documents. So Charles Colson Rich is one of my ancestors, and I could view my relationship, I could view the church history bio about him, or I could flip through and find out other ancestors. Let's see his bio. And so it comes up with from the website Joseph Smith Papers, where all of these papers are made public and already indexed. And I can read all about my ancestor, Thomas Grover. He was a farmer and boat operator, and he was married there, and he was ordained an elder and lived in Kirtland, Ohio, and etc. And eventually died in Farmington, Utah. So you get to see where they are mentioned in these historical documents, which is awesome. So explore. I encourage you to explore through. Get your family, have them explore. This is fun. My daughters love to explore these screens. It's a way for them to connect with family history that's not just about a name and a date, but about stories or faces or about history around those individuals. And it's a lot of fun to explore. So have fun exploring.